the date, which is it will be held the second.
Casey Harris and Laura Harris. My father is deceased. He passed last Monday, June the 20th, 1988. As you all can see, this is the Powell family reunion. We would like to welcome each and every one to the Harris house. You all are welcome anytime. So just come on. Okay, now we're having the Joseph Powell family reunion. We are family. Today we are having the hospitality hour. Tomorrow we're having a church service, buffet supper, and the church service will be held at St. Paul Baptist Church across the railroad track, Faraday, at 11:30. And the buffet supper will be held at the Doty Road Neighborhood Center, right up here on the corner as you come in. And Monday we're having the outdoor barbecue here.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Before we go any further,
Joe.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is Charles' position?
I'm a forward.
I told him to play this.
Okay, before we...
Now, who are the rest of these people?
I am a forward.
Who are the rest? That's this child on the out
Before we go any further, the next thing on the agenda here is special recognition, and Mrs. Otis Powell is going to handle that phase of it.
I'm Otis Powell, wife of Joe Powell Jr. and
Hey!
And we all
have chosen
because we said you
give
were
to
too
the oldest
old to be such a model that people had
here
to
at
go to buy the milk.
hospitality hour,
That's what you did. But you were
here
chubby.
as well as the youngest Powell
Where's your
family.
wife? Let me tell her
And
this
I'm going
thing.
to need
Where's she at? That's her laughing?
help
Come over here, let me.
in telling me which one is the oldest, well, which one of
That's
you
his father?
are the
Okay,
oldest,
where's his father?
and parent telling me
Oh, I
which
thought it
one
was him.
is the youngest. I should start with the oldest first. Anyone that's 85 to 90 years old, speak up.
But I know somebody out here that old.
Anyone 85 to 90 years old.
No.
No.
Don't want to hear
80 to 85 years old.
Step
Right
forward.
here.
Wait a minute. No. Anybody here 85? 84?
No.
83?
I got a grandfather that
Here. 83? 82? 81?
But him, that him right there, I can vouch you for that.
On behalf of the Family Power member, Family Union Group, we give to you this little token for being the oldest, and hopefully you will live to be
I'll be there after a while.
180 years old and attend as many of the family reunion gatherings as they have.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now let me say this. This is my Uncle Silver.
I want to say, I'm 81 years old. 81 years old.
That's what I know. That's what I see.
And I thank God to see most of the family is here today. This is the first time that this have happened in the Powell's family. So we thank God we all got together here on this day to have a reunion. And we thank God for it. So we're going to have a prayer now. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. We forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not to no temptation, but deliver us from all this evil. Thine is the kingdom, power and the glory. Let us all say, Amen.
Okay.
the youngest in attendance here. 6 months and less. 6 months or less. 6 months to 12 months.
Oh, they got one coming on that.
Now, here now. Now. Here now. 12 months to 18 months. 18 months to 24 months.
18 to 24 months?
18 to 24 months.
24 months here.
Exactly 24 months?
That's my buddy. That's my buddy.
Come on.
Where's his name tag on the belt?
Hold him up. Hold him up, mama. No, he's talking. He's gonna say he got something to say.
I'm giving this to his mother, and I hope that as he gets older, he reads it and follow the words that are written in this book.
Okay, thank you.
Open it. Let's see what it is.
He knows.
Okay. Special features for today. We're gonna have a little wine.
Oh, excuse me. There's one other thing. Let's recognize Christy. She's going to do something like that.
Christy,
No, speak up.
come over here. Come over here. You got. Okay.
The Powell family would like to give this little memento as a token of our appreciation for your hospitality for letting us use your home during the Powell family reunion.
Come forward. Is there anyone else who wishes to be recognized?
Just fan the camera around on all
Is there anyone else?
I ain't been in the camera yet. There's all I want to do. I want to be in the camera.
Anybody else want to be recognized?
I definitely smile to all be Bubba. Yeah, this is just right now. We ride all. I done made a long drive here.
We go yell it out for sure. We have a few snacks set up on the table over here. We have plenty of drink. Over on the side over there, we have foot matches and napkins that you may pick up as a memento. And by all means, come by the t-shirt sale. We got t-shirts and pencils on sale right here. So all of you, come by and get your t-shirts. We're wearing it all night. So step right up now and just have it.
Alright, give me a shirt. Give me one too and charge.
Step right up. What size you want, Lloyd?
You better get, hey, now you know, if you buy one, you're going to have to buy four.
You got to buy Kathy one, you got to buy the
Come on up there and get a check.
and you.
Huh? Let's go over and tell your daddy to get your check.
Joe Jr. How you doing? Lisa didn't make it. That's the one I know.
No, she got a new love she got to tend to.
Oh, I understand that. You got to take care of your loved one. Say,
Plus, she couldn't fly down.
I want a large. Let me get 2 larges.
Extra large for the white.
No, let me get 2 larges.
Let me get right here. Go in here. Say, Junior.
I want 2 larges, small, and medium.
You want one? No.
No. Get away. You want your lens? Extra thick.
But this is an occasion.
Where's your dad? Daddy was waiting at the door. And I don't know what he's doing. I know the one what he thinks we put on everything.
Nope.
There she go. Yeah. Show everybody.
What's your name? Dale.
You need one small.
Yeah. It's Diane? No.
Just hold the receipt on here.
You knew you.
Sorry.
Jerry's daughter.
Yeah, either way, well, really.
Yes.
Extra large.
But the only thing I thought about myself, when I was going to school,
So you get
I
yourself
played
planted
basketball,
something.
but didn't have the ambition. I'm cool. I can outrun anybody in the street. Yes.
You gotta run nobody.
Yeah,
Right, right.
you
There's a
asked,
track in
you asked George Hudson.
Can you get up?
Yeah.
What I'm gonna tell you, Charles, I hate to say it, man. It was just embarrassing what I had to do for who? To teach him what it is. I came out my day, Charles. I had to jump shot up the back.
I'm gonna need 4.
What'd you do? My dear Dean, ain't well, they know how to get here. I know they know how to get here. Close the
Drink it as well you can. Hey, ain't nothing today. I mean, you ain't nothing today.
Silence says this.
Ask him his name. Ask him his name. What's his name? He about ready to tell you Joseph, wasn't it?
Hey, Joe, I got a book for you. If you don't cut me, I can take it. You gotta come here. I know something.
He got carried that name on. Well, I got a son that's carrying that name. His name is Jason Jones. They clipped him with that joke. I put him in the middle, you know. I don't want to put that to him.
Dad, why you sitting out there to get that?
Ask him where he picked it up from. Yeah. Oh, you I'm not being my PCR. If I got the whole camera,
Could y'all give us just a little bit of your family history? Just speak right out. Either one of you can talk. Don't both of you talk at once. Go right ahead.
My family history. Well, I'm Kimberly Powell, 23, Dallas, Texas. Born in Portland, Oregon, but both my parents, Faye and Cincy, are originally from Louisiana. And my father's mother is Ida Green. And what else?
You have a brother?
And her brother is, is her brother Monty?
No, your brother.
Your brother.
Oh, my brother.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, our family. My brother is Cincy Powell Jr. And my mother Faye. And that's it.
How old is your brother?
19.
19.
He's in college.
He's in college at University of Southern California. I'm a senior at University of Texas at Austin. And we hope to be very successful.
You say you're 22?
23.
23? And you're majoring in college, right?
No.
What you majoring?
I'm majoring in life.
Majoring in life, right? Okay.
Yes. Reality.
Reality.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And your mother? She's in Oregon?
She died, what, 7 years ago? 1982. My father is in Portland, Oregon, and I have a brother out there. And I grew up out there. I was born in Alexandria. My folks moved to Portland, Oregon when I was 2. So I grew up out there, went to school out there, and that's how I met him. He was in school.
All right. Let's see who we're going to move on to here.
Okay. I am Jenny
What?
Skipper.
Thank you.
I have 4 daughters,
Ages?
38, 37, 27, 23.
Name?
Wanda, Diane, Joette, Phyllis. I have 13 grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren.
Can you name them?
I'll try though.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Wait, hold this. Let me count on my fingers. Okay, we got Denise, Sean, Chrissy. Come help me, somebody. Lori. Michelle.
Help out.
Black gal. Tammy, Kenny, Shanika. What's your little brother name? Brandon. Dana. Philip. Tisha is a great-grandchild. And David Troy is a great-grandchild. And I might have left out somebody, but that's as far as I can get.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much.
Okay, my name is Ida Green, and I'm a family of 5. I'm the youngest one. I was raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I reside in New Orleans.
All right. Very good, very good. You don't have any grandchildren or great-grandchildren?
No, I don't have any children.
Right.
No, right.
This is, what's your name anyway?
Elizabeth Powell.
Oh, Elizabeth Powell Pat. I forgot her name. Right. Give us a little bit of background, you know, where you're from.
I am the daughter of Elizabeth Powell, and originally from here, I have been living in Los Angeles.
It's going to take 20 minutes, y'all go there.
I'm Elizabeth Powell, Pat, the daughter of Louis Powell, and I am from here, but originally I've been in Los Angeles since 1951. I have one son, and that's it. This is my brother Joe, who's giving us a pair. My younger brother, two brothers, Drew Powell and Joe Powell. It's the three of us.
And your son?
I am the mother of one son, Charles Lewis Howard.
How old is he?
My son is 41.
41? Okay. All right. Very good, very good.
Yes, right?
The baby girl is three, right?
Yes.
And that your father is Omar Powell?
That's right.
Who is the twin of Ida Powell, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, and you have one daughter, one beautiful daughter?
Yes.
Yolanda, who's not with us today, right? And she has how many children?
Four boys and two girls.
Could you give us their ages, names? I know that's a little rough. I know that's a little rough.
Jamal and Michael. I really don't think they give the ages. I guess I'm all confused.
Right.
And it's terrible. Portia and Tardiana. The girl's name. Yeah, the youngest is Tardiana.
And your husband is
Lawrence Aaron.
Lawrence Aaron, and
Yes.
he's retired.
Retired from the Air Force and the San Bernardino Sheriff Department also.
And y'all reside now in
Waterproof.
the metropolis of Waterproof, Louisiana?
Yes. We moved from San Bernardino, California.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to add to this in terms of the family history or anything like that?
No, I don't know too much. I'm just happy to be here today and wonderful that we could get together for the first time. I'll be out.
Very good. Just tell us a little something about how y'all got together and this kind of thing. Just a little background generally, you know, how y'all got together. I know it was surprising to me when I heard through the grapevine all the way up in Washington, they said Mary was married, this kind of thing. How you
You gotta move closer together.
Well, we just met while I was down here on vacation. And he liked it, and we talked. And so I came back and we did. Huh?
I heard that, but was the feeling mutual?
Yes. It had to be in order for us to really get together. So we got married, and I stayed, remained here in Waterproof.
What year? What year was you married?
You know, this is ridiculous.
1977.
1977.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, okay. January the 9th. January 9th, 1977. Okay, okay. And you are the daughter of?
Omar Powell and Annie Davis, the late Annie Davis, my mother.
Right, she deceased in?
It was in the 40s, the late 40s.
Late 40s, okay. And you got three other sisters?
I have two sisters, Carrie and Eloise.
Eloise is with us today.
Yes, Carrie is still in Baton Rouge. I don't know if she's going to come or not. She's supposed to come up. So maybe she'll be with us one day.
Okay, okay. Hopefully she can.
I hope so.
Is there anything you would like to add to the family history in terms of, you know, who's who or some background? Just something maybe we haven't talked about or discussed before?
Nothing that I know of. Maybe my father could give us some background.
Okay, well, we can with us tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
At the dinner.
At the dinner.
Yes.
He's got communion.
Tomorrow at the church. So he'll be with us tomorrow at the dinner, and
the barbecue. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That's great. That's all right there.
Where is he?
I mean, just kill him, Charles. I mean, we just killed him. I mean, he just couldn't keep up.
Then I talked to Fred now. Wife and son over there.
All of that. We want to get that. All of that before. We just got a little small part here. Talk about probably no more than hopefully 10 minutes. You know, I guess 5 hours.
Remove not and have not charity. I am nothing. So I bestow all my goods
Hey, yeah, man. Take it. well done. Boy.
I'm getting ready to close right now. Great Lord, come down from a happy home. Down in a mean world. Took a cross up on the shore. Born up Calvary for my bed and your blood. But tell me, but the name was signed from Serene, compelled him to help carry the Lord. Carry the Lord up Calvary Hill, laying down on the ground, on the cross, nearly feet and hand to the cross. Ride him up, between earth and the sky. I heard him say the other day, just lift me up, lift me up. And I tried all in under me. Jesus hanging on the cross, died on the cross, got dark all around the cross. Tell me, the sun rose, the fields to shine, to look at the moon. Oh Lord, just the willing blood. See?
preside over our portion of the service.
That's my golf sister. You all might not know that, but that's my golf sister. Well, that's up to you. You back your golf sister?
Will they hear me from here?
Yeah, well, oh, you gotta give you a mic over here.
Ministers, associate deacons, friends, and my relatives. I thank each of you for the opportunity of our being here today, and I greet each of you in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm happy to say I am safe. Now I'll get on because the service has been wonderful, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. Yes, Lord. In behalf of the Powell family, we have members that are no longer with us, but I would like the members that are with us to stand. Every member of the Powell family to stand. Just acknowledge you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We did have a program, but you've had such a wonderful service until we will extend the program. We'll just be grateful for participating here in your service. In the meantime, I want to name the ones that are not with us, that are deceased, of the Powell family. Joseph Powell, who was my grandfather, and Mary Powell was my grandmother. They are no longer with us. Violet Powell, their daughter, is no longer with us. Rosie Powell, another daughter of the Powell family, is no longer with us. McAdoo Powell, the first and the second, is no longer with us. McAdoo was a son of the Powell family, and the next name, McAdoo, the second was a nephew in the Powell family. The Money Powell family are here. The father, Money Powell Jr., and I hope I'm correct here, because one of the Money Powell Jr.'s is no longer with us, deceased. And Money Powell Sr. is no longer with us. It's two Money Powells, and I don't want to get this confused because we have a Money Powell who is with us, and I want to make sure that I acknowledge that, okay? Thank you. In the meantime, is that clear? Money Powell Jr. is here. I stand corrected. Money Powell Sr. is no longer with us. Okay, thank you very much. I just want to thank you. We're not having a program, as I said, and I just want to thank you for allowing us to be acknowledged here, received, and accepted. Thank you very much. And by the way, I didn't tell you who I am. I'm Louis Powell's daughter. My name is Elizabeth Catt. I'm from Los Angeles, but I lived here previously. And this is my god brother, and I know Elder Cooks, and I went to school with your secretary, so I feel at home. So thank you very much.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you
Make the grace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ bless you and our Lord and for us all respond.
Where you going? Lynn, you come with us. Lynn, you come with us. Ah, you standing there.
My name is Joe Powell Jr. I'm 33 years old. I'm the son of Joe Powell Sr., who is supposed to be running this function, but we don't know how well we're running it. There's three in my father's immediate family. That's me, my brother Carl, and my sister Renee. Those two didn't make it. This here is my daughter, Monique. Turn around for the camera.
Okay.
My wife, Yvonne. My son, Jason.
Okay. Very well.
We live in San Antonio. That's where we reside. You know, as far as family life, hey, we get along great. I'm really enjoying myself here. This ain't nothing but a big party. That's what I like to do, party. As far as the old man, he's just a talker. You don't listen to nothing he says. He don't know what he's saying half the time. What else? As far as travel, my father was in the service, so therefore we travel East Coast to West Coast, and anything in between. I played basketball. It's just, evidently, that's just the talent that the Powell family has. We're all sports oriented. And I played basketball, a little football, ran track. I graduated in California, met my wife in Texas, got married. I always wanted to be like my father as far as that sense. I wanted to marry a woman in Texas. I don't know, just, I don't know why I got that. As far as marrying a woman in Texas, I thought so much of my mother was Josephine Powell. Well, now it's Josephine Walker, and she stays in San Antonio. No, tell the whole story. Tell the truth. It hurts her to tell the truth. At that point, I told her, point blank, that she was going to have my kids and be my wife when I got ready. She looked at me and said, what's wrong with this crazy Negro?
Yesterday, everybody else saw the blossom. You guys showed them. That wasn't fair. I
They showed them last night?
Yeah. And they were able to tell me about them, so make sure I'm in the light. I like better light because I'm lighter than you guys did me. Ooh, I can give you light.
Work it in the light. I like that.
You don't need a lot to taste that long.
I think it's all right.
That's the way this is.
Wait, me too. I like it.
What do you need? Why?
How are you? I just saw you sitting over here. How are you?
wasn't too much jealous. Well, so when I came back out of service, I came back in 46, farm, we plowed. He had a wheel plow team, I had a wheel plow team.
Let me ask this question. Was he bad at the little girls when you were growing up? Or was he afraid of them? Sort of like a wimp?
No, sometimes we almost be like the same girl and they have to talk it over.
I hear you.
And well, basically got along good as brothers. We shared money, so forth.
Could you outrun him?
Yeah, one time we got in a fight. We really never did fight. We maybe throw brickbats, but I could dodge and get out of his way. He dodged me.
So you had to help him get girlfriends?
Well, sometimes we used to go out together.
Okay.
Sometimes we get to talk about the same woman.
I see.
Actually, we got along pretty good until he got grown. He went to making his own decision. So I didn't agree with him all the time. I was making my decision. Somehow I always felt like I couldn't think fast enough. But that was my way of doing it. I would observe things before I...
I met Joe Powell in 1973, I believe it was, began working for the District of Columbia government in Washington, D.C. At that time, I was purchasing Avon, and he used to come in and, no, I used to go in where he worked and purchase Avon with this lady that worked in the office. And when I saw this guy coming in with a small ball beside his head, it kind of did a little something to me. So I decided I was going to get to know this person a little bit better. And eventually, I did get to know him a little bit better. And then finally, in 1978, I think he himself had made up his mind that he was going to marry me. I was unaware of it at that time. And then we started dating heavily. So that by 1981, he had given me an ultimatum that I marry him by December 31st before he turned 55 years old, that's January 1st, 1982. Otherwise, he was going to find some other mother's daughter to marry him. Well, I decided that I wasn't going to let that be, so within a course of 2 months, he and I got married in December 1981.
Did you think he was a handsome young man?
Handsome shit, no. It wasn't being handsome. It's just a matter of, it was just something that appealed to me,
What was attractive about this bald head man?
I think it was his height, and it wasn't so much as his looks, but as what he displayed,
his personality.
His maturity, his personality. He had a good sense of humor, and I think that was needed in order to marry me, or even to go with me.
To put up with you, in other words.
Not put up with me, but I can be a little grouchy, and he understood that, being a few years older than I. And that's what I think I was looking for. Not a father, but just someone that had a stern or firm hand that could sort of deal with me and sort of keep me under control. Since sometimes I can be a little hyper, and it's sort of like a balance. He's kind of even-tempered 90% of the time, and the other 10%, you better get the hell out of the way, because he can be dangerous is the word. But other than that, I think I understand him, and he understands me. And I think that's what really has made the marriage a beautiful marriage, or a beautiful institution, as one would say.
Go ahead and see. We're going to have Grace right now. Seems as though I made a terrible mistake and I didn't say Grace first. Reverend?
You know, Martin.
Let's see.
Hello.
Say hi. Some bad boy.
God revealed in him a long time ago. He used to tell me, Senor, he said, I'm going to try to see if I can get this family together. But it was God's will that rested on his mind and give him faith and courage to keep on trying. So this shows the day that God is with him to bring this program out. And I felt so good this week. Thank you, Jesus. All you got to do is just trust him. And God will deal in this. If God change your mind and decide that y'all to make up your mind, say, well, I believe I go. Job been asking for the past few years to try to get us together. So we say, thank God. It was God's will that brought us here. And we didn't have the grace of God is holding us over. God has this whole world in his hand. Everything, the birds in the air and the whole earth, the Lord give us, and the Lord takes it. And I say thank God today that God is holding this world. And I'm so glad that he's given my strength and courage to be up here with this family today. So these are a few of my remarks I'm going to make. My theme is yesterday, today, and tomorrow for the family reunion. The 1st and 14th chapter of Romans says, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. The 10th of Romans, it is written as I like, said the Lord. Every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to God. The 13th chapter of verse says, let us not judge one another, but judge this. Let us therefore follow the things which makes peace. This family is here, friends, to start. This family is here to begin and start a new beginning. I know the Spirit of God is with you all and He gives you the mind. I'm so glad that everybody arrived here and God took care on your journey. And I pray and hope that when this is over with, that He will guide and take care of you on your way back to your home. So this I say, let us all say thank God. Thank God. Thank God. And let us all try to see, just like we made up our mind to come here today, that same God will give us a courage to try to live a little bit communication with one another, which is the families years ago right now, when we get sick or get put out there, when you go to a doctor, family has been the greatest demands throughout history. Thousands of we have had a many generations on this earth. And we are in these times today, it's kind of hard and rough for our elder people and everybody now. We're all living under pressure and tension. Because the condition in America is not like it was 40 and 50 years ago. We used to cook. Us older people, don't care how bad we feel, we got to go get what we need. We can't, with no delivering service, have faith to business, because we can't deliver nothing to us. And so sometimes we feel that we are being elected so far with our people, with the condition and turning up with us, that we cannot trust one another. So today, God's going to change this system that we in. Ain't nobody, no president going to change the American system. The power of God will change this system. He changed the other generation, and He's on His way changing it. This condition we in now is not going to go away overnight. It's going to get worse before we get better. I've been around a long time, and I thank God that I'm able to stand here today. And I am resting. I know God is watching me, and He takes care of me. And when I wake up sometime, I wonder if I'm in the same world that I grew up in. Because things have changed. So we're in one of the biggest changing times that American history ever had. And it's going to continue to change. Because God's will said there will be changes. And when the changes come, we keep daily watch at the gate. Because God has fixed everything. Everything is already fixed. No man can change God's plan. He got it fixed. We all is bound to live a second length of time, take some kind of disease, or get killed. We all got to die. Justice comes from God. Blessing comes from God. We don't have no man on this earth can give you blessing and justice. But the God, the Savior, this world. So let us all just pray and keep on striving that the condition we living in now will pass away. But so many of us got to pass away with this condition. That's been all through history. World War I, World War II. And every time we get somebody that's trying to pull us out of this world, people are just killing. You can't get nothing out but killing. It's trouble. But God don't move this. He got a way of doing it. All we got to do is the trouble. So this I say, I thank you.
Entertainment committee to see if they have anything for us at this time before I go on. If not, what I would like to say is, with our theme, we are family. All right, that was a song that came out a few years ago. But at this time, we're going to go down the family tree. Now, we would like to recognize members of each family. Now, if there's someone from the families that I'm going to name here, please rise and say something toward your family. A family at a glance. Rosie Powell, she's deceased. Do we have anyone from Rosie's family? Violet Powell. Mary Powell. Now, these were the three first daughters of Joe. Then we have Joe Powell Jr. deceased. McAdoo Powell, deceased. Next in line is the Money Powell family. I am Money Powell Jr. We have Money Powell III. We have Tyra Powell. And there's Carl and my wife Lily. Then we have Greenaway Powell family. Greenaway is deceased. Next, Legends III. Would you introduce your dad and the rest of the family?
Son of Jay Powell. I have Sister Brenda Powell, Johnny Powell, Gloria Powell, Dawn President Lee. My mother's name is Ruby Powell. She's not President Lee. And I have my wife, Frankie Powell, not President, and my two sons, Leslie Powell, the fourth, and Gary Christopher Powell. They are not President. I'm glad to be here.
All right. Walter can't be here. He's the oldest Powell. He's about 91 at this time. He lives in Helena, Arkansas. All right, Lewis Powell family. Joe Powell.
That's my real name is Brother Joseph Powell because I was named after my grandfather. But somehow along the line I decided to change it, so I'm Joe Powell. I have a brother, older brother by the name of Drew Powell, who is seated over here. I have a sister, Elizabeth Powell. She's seated somewhere back there. Oh, okay. My lovely wife, Mrs. Otis Powell. My son and his family, Joe Powell Jr. and his wife, Yvonne, my grandson, Jason, and granddaughter, Yvonne. Over here is my stepdaughter, is Sharon Jackson. Her fiance on the camera and his daughter right here. Sharon? Ashid?
Ashid.
Ashid. Okay. I also have a son by the name of Carl Powell, who's not here today, and a daughter by the name of Renee, who's not here today. That's it.
Thank you. Family will be Omar Fox.
Was not able to be here, so we have the second oldest member of the family, and that's Uncle Silver Powell. And where are you, Uncle Silver? Right over there. Okay.
Family, Laura Shelby. 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 I'll get it straight. Laura.
Okay. I have my mother here, Maggie Johnson. I have my auntie, the first cousin over there, Roosevelt. Some of my children are from around here somewhere. And then my aunt sitting over here. And I think that's about all. The rest of them is well. Okay, Chris, stand up over there. That's my grandchild. Shantae, you man. This mother is around here carrying shade out of one room. My daughter, Patricia, stand over there. My little granddaughter come in there drinking. I think that's just about all.
I'm here to represent the Hallie Powell Woods family. I am not, history. There's a lot that you can learn by talking to the older relatives in a family. A lot of times you'll find a lot of funny things that happen. My Uncle Silver, my Uncle Lewis, and they used to tell me a lot of things about my father, that my father was real closed-mouthed. He'd only laugh when I say something about him. But one thing I remember that they told me about my daddy, Money, and my Uncle Greenaway was that they loved the sporting life. Now, the oldest member, Walter, who isn't here, I understand he loved the sporting life too. Now, these guys, they didn't like to go out there and do anything called W-R-K. Now, if that word was in their vocabulary, it was well hidden. So that's one of the things that I have in my background. But what we intend to do as we go through, Joe, did you find them? All right. All right, Francis Powell Shelton family. Is there someone to represent that branch of the tree? All right. For Ida Powell, I'd like to call on Jenny.
Okay, to make sure that I don't forget anybody, we have a chart. Okay, at first we have Ida Powell, her oldest daughter, Jenny Skipper, standing right over here. Her second daughter, her oldest son, Cynthia Powell.
Big man.
Her second son, Leon Green, who is deceased, and her baby daughter, Ida Green. From the Skipper family, which is my mother's oldest daughter, we have Diane, who's not here today. We have Wanda, who is here today. Where's Wanda? Okay. We have Joette, who had made it there. She's outside. Oh, okay. And we have Phil. Diane is Jenna's second oldest daughter. She has 5 girls. Chantel, Kristen, Michelle, Lori, and Jack. Okay, Wanda has one daughter, and that's Denise. She was Denise. Okay. And she has 2 children, which is Keisha and David. And they are with her. Joanne has Steve, Brandon, and Dan. 2 of them are here with her now. And Phyllis has 3 children, Phyllis, Deshawn, and Shanika. Okay, this is Omar Foss, which is me. I have Dwayne, Darryl, who are not. LaJohn, my daughter, right here. Tanya, right here. And Roland Jr., he is in town, but he's not here right now. I left him out at Jerry's house. I don't know when he's going to show up. Dwayne has 1 son, Stephen. Darryl has 1 son, Marlon. LaJohn has 1 daughter. Where's Marlon? And LaJohn has 1 daughter, which is Brittany. And Tanya has 1 son, which is Dakota. And Roland Jr., thank God, didn't have any. And from my brother, Cindy Powell, we have here today his wife, Faye Powell. Stand up.
Stand up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Be proud. Sit up.
Mary Powell King.
I am Mary Powell King, the daughter of Omar R. Powell. We have our 2 sisters, Eloise Herring, and my older sister's Carrie. She's not here, Carrie Thomas. And my older sister have 2 children, Sharice and Patrick Thomas. My youngest sister have 1 daughter, Yolanda Herring, and she have 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. And my youngest sister is here. The others are not here. My youngest sister is here, Eloise, she's Sam, and her husband is here, Mr. Herring, and my husband is here, Mr. King. And my father's not here, but he will be with us tomorrow.
All right. There you go. Boy, sorry. Miss Brent.
Okay, I'm Geraldine Boyd. I'm the only daughter of Andy Powell Washington. I'm married. I have 3 children, 2 boys. 1 son is on the way, 1 son is outside, and I have a daughter, Benita Boyd.
Stand up, Benita.
All right, before we get on into special remarks from Joe, what I would like to do.
I'm Lily Powell, Money's wife. I'd just like to add that my brother Timothy's here, but he wasn't feeling well. He came with my daughter so that she could come. And my daughter's boyfriend, Clarence Hopkins from Jackson, is here.
All right, we have an announcement. Someone left a change purse in the bathroom. Please come up and claim it. They could have been here. Okay, so. All right, as far as special remarks, before Joe gets into it, Joe and I are collecting information, more information on the family so it can become more thorough on how to trace your family history. So we'll keep up with it. And so kids 100 years from now know something about the people who live today, about Papa Joe and some of the rest of us. Anything that you have that you can contribute, we would like to have that information. Just write it down and we'll put it together and we'll get something back out to you. So at this time, I would like to introduce Joseph Giuseppe Powell.
That's Joe, J-O-E. Take that too long. I don't spell too good. Names get too long. I'm not going to say a whole lot, except I do want to say this. I'm really thankful that all of you that are here today and that some who did not make it today maybe will make it tomorrow. But it is a welcome sight just to see us come this far, just to get the thing off the ground and roll. And I'm hopeful that we can continue this process throughout the years to come, and that all of you will always be in attendance at the future Joseph Powell family reunion. We started this process somewhere around 1985, I believe, which was and has been a long and tedious activity to work through it and to pull it all together. But this is, all of those who have worked with us can see that this is the culmination of our efforts and what we have done. And I hope that it will continue. At this time now, what I would like to ask, or request, or ask, or whichever way you want to take it, is there any volunteers in the crowd who would like to be the coordinator for the next Joseph Powell family reunion? If we can have someone to raise their hand, here's a hand here. Very good. Now, the young folks will just take, I just love this. This is beautiful. The young folks is going to take it over and do their thing. And believe me, I will assist you in every way that I possibly can, but don't call on me too much. I will serve as your historian. I'm supposedly, I was appointed as the family historian. I'm supposed to, because this guy here is supposed to help me. But, you know, I can't catch up with him. When I call him, he's not around. And since he was supposed to help me, and I just can't keep up with him. So it wound up that I was doing it. But I'm sure they're going to work with me on the next one. We're going to do better. We're going to improve as we move down the road. I'm sure of that. Yes.
What we're going to have that got to be in this area next time?
That's the next question. We get a consensus of the thinking as to where it should be held. Some might say Baton Rouge, some might say where the family originated from, which is here. You know, and there's always plenty of room here. There's plenty of room in Baton Rouge. So I don't know. Let's have a show of hands for those who say Fairleigh, Louisiana. Let's have a show of hands for those who say someplace else.
Baton Rouge.
Someplace else?
From Fairleigh want to come to Baton Rouge. People from Baton Rouge want to come to Fairleigh.
Well, what did we say? Can we all agree on Baton Rouge?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's going to be sponsored by the... Raise your hand for Baton Rouge. All Baton Rouge, now raise your hand. How many hands? How many hands? Fairleigh, stand up, stand up. All Fairleigh, stand up. All one Fairleigh, stand up. I don't think it's any question. I don't think we need to argue about that.
All right, hold on. Wait a minute.
No, you can't say nothing. When I didn't come
Well, you heard me finish.
come back to this family reunion because I want to get the names down. All right.
All right, listen up. At this time, I need to go back. Nicole, you want to make a brief announcement?
Yeah. I would like to represent McAdoo Powell. He has 3 daughters and 3 sons and 9 grandchildren. He has a daughter, Lynn Harris, my mother, Laura Harris, a sister, Brenda Harris, Leah Harris, myself, Nicole Harris. I have two brothers, they are not here, Jesse and Wayne Harris.
All right, Joe needs to try to get this thing lined up. All right, at this time, I would like to introduce Otis Powell.
Okay, they were speaking a while ago of getting some information together. I have devised this form for you to complete, and it gives information such as your name, birthday, occupation, residence, spouse's name, children, your father's, your mother's name, hobbies, and traits. We need this in order to have a complete mailing list so that information can come directly to you, because we cannot rely on the Pony Express to get the information to you. So if you would, take one of these, and if you don't complete it today, take it home, complete it tonight, and bring it back to the barbecue tomorrow. Now, I know I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it while it's on the line. We people in Faraday sponsored the family reunion this time, and I believe the people in Baton Rouge want to do it for the next family reunion. It is very difficult to try and get something together when you have people living here, there, and everywhere. If the Baton Rouge people want to do it, I think it should be in Baton Rouge, because they know the city, they know the facilities that are available, and that's where the family reunion should be. And the person that hosts it for the third year, if it isn't Baton Rouge or Faraday, wherever they're from, that's where it should be. That is the normal tradition, unless you're going to have people come and work together. And I mean really work. I don't mean I'm going to do it and don't do it. Because and one other thing that I have found in being married to a Powell for almost 7 years is that they love to talk, first of all. And one person in particular not only loves to talk, but he also thinks he's right most of the time. And there are some times when I have to put my right foot forward. And this is one time that I feel that you all should listen to me and have the family reunion in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, all right. I know you ain't gonna let me have the last word.
No, you just be quiet, you. We got one over in the corner that's a live wire.
What has happened so far, what we had here is a unanimous...
Oh, Lord, here come another power.
If it's going to be in Baton Rouge, me speaking for myself, the responsibility is going to be thrown on me. I don't mind that, but I do need cooperation. I don't need, I'm going to do it and I'm going to think about it. I don't mind doing the cooking, that don't bother me. But I need somebody to wash dishes, I need somebody to take me to the store, I need somebody to bring that, and most of all, I need the money on top.
Amen. Amen. All right. Now that we've had this wonderful campaign for Baton Rouge, we also have had a show of hands for Faraday. Do we want to go through the show of hands? Where do we want to have it? Can we agree? Where? That's right. Well, everybody for Baton Rouge stand up. Let's see what's standing up. We'll go. All right. Because that's where I wanted to be. I was really hoping that. But very good. So Baton Rouge it is. And who is the chief coordinator? That's what we need to know so we can...
Well, since she done already said it, we'll let Jenny Skipper be the
the chief
Jenny Skipper will be the chief coordinator.
Wait a minute. She stood up and said the responsibility was going to be put on her, so we'll make it clear. Just designate her right now.
No, I need the overall coordinator. Y'all deal with the rest of it.
Oh, you want to be over the phone?
No, hold it, wait a minute. All I need to know is the one person in Baton Rouge who is going to be the overall coordinator. How y'all set up your food committees, entertainment committees, that's good left to you.
You need at least 6 people to help.
Okay, I'll be one of your seats.
I'm one of your seats.
Well, y'all can decide on who is going to. I will just put in the memorandum that goes out there to be held in Baton Rouge.
She's the overall coordinator.
Very good.
Okay, Mr. Powell, what year is this?
That's my next.
What year?
We are hopeful. Some say have it one every year, some say every 2 years. I really don't know.
Every 2 years. Every 2.
All of those for every 2 years, stand up.
Every 2 years. Every 2 years for a reunion.
Every 2 years. Well, I don't think it's a question. I think 2 years matters.
That's 1990.
1 year. Every year.
One moment. Question. We got it. Hello.
All right, hold it down. When we done voted for every 2 years in Baton Rouge, this is the main thing. If we have 2 years ahead to get this done, let's contribute twice a year to the money funding, so we won't have to wait till the last minute. Let's shove a little bit in all along into the treasury for to build it up, and we have to be on those points for the last 6 months. Don't wait until the last 6 months. Let's get the money rolling, but get it as early as possible. That's right.
But we are slow. We put out a many memorandum. We are slow. Next, go ahead.
The next thing I want to say is that we will have it in Baton Rouge, and it will be good. It will be great. But we want the money before, 2 weeks or a month ahead of time. And we also will have to raise the price. We won't be able to do it for $15 per person. It'll have to be more. We'll have to get together and see what we can do. Because I would like to have it done in a way where it won't work just all of us so hard. Maybe we could have one thing that's catered and one thing that we can fix the food for. So we can, have something at a hotel and let people serve us if it's possible.
That's very good. What I would suggest that the new coordinator, once she selects her group, they get together and then they sit down and decide on a price. And maybe run that price by. This was our first. We thought $15 was a reasonable fee, although we know it's not enough money. So that means you got to do other things in order to raise enough money to put on the kind of fair. And of course, if you put it up too high, a lot of people start, especially large families, where you're going to talk about $200 or $300 per family. That's kind of rough. If you talk about $25 per person over 18 years of age, and there's 6 people or 7 people in that family, that's quite a bit. But just for us to decide later on, we won't get into that kind of debate at this affair. So I'm finished. I know where it's going to be. It's going to be 2 years hence down the road, and I just love that. Believe me, when you first send me a notice letting me know how much it's going to be, you'll have my money, and I will just arrive and enjoy.
All right, at this time, since you have a question.
Yeah, I just want to make a statement. No, I think they can hear me, Abby. You're telling me to stand up. I think that we ought to recognize something here. If you haven't gone through this type of thing before, you really can't appreciate what has happened. And I think that Joe and Otis have gone through a lot over the past couple of years in order to bring this thing to what it is now. Okay? And I think it's been wonderful. Everything that they've done has been wonderful. And I think it's the most exciting time in my life. And I just think we ought to give them a big hand for it.
also thank the people who prepared the food. All right, Laura.
All the Faraday people.
All the Faraday people who did the work. I'd like to recognize them at this time. Laura has something to say at this time.
I would just like to ask a question. Is it a possibility that we could know now while everybody is here how much we would have to pay?
I
Well,
think they're better.
We would find out what kind of places we would be renting, what kind of catering, until we would find out what the approximate price would be. I would think it'd be kind of hard to quote a price because it would be misleading y'all. Tell y'all one thing and then we come up with a higher or a lower price, it would be misleading y'all if we said it before we planned.
Right.
Well, that's what we're trying to keep it, we're going to try to keep it reasonable.
Well, sometimes you can get things for family reunions, which we didn't have a chance to do here. Sometimes you can go to, say, like the Coca-Cola people, and you say, we have a Powell family reunion, which is going to be like around 20 people, and we'd like for you to help underwrite this family reunion. And sometimes we got a whole year we can come up with some ideas to raise some money so that we can offset the cost, and it won't. Like I know in Baton Rouge, a friend of mine owns a restaurant thing down there. It's a country club type thing called the Cellies. And they have a lot of parties down there. And I know him well enough to go to him and say, hey, look, it's a family reunion. Give us a break. So whatever we can do to keep the cost down, I'm sure they're going to keep the cost down.
Okay. Did I say this? We're talking to out of town and coming into town. It would be nice enough to put up enough money as to when you come in, you don't have to stay here, there, and everywhere. We would say, this is where everybody stays together. You understand? At a hotel. So over a 2-year period, it's as though everybody could put up enough. If you can't, we don't have money. But over 2 years, we could, pay on it. We could have a bank account and everybody send their money. So I'm saying, if each person put up $100 for their family, like we could have a hotel, beds, the food, and 3 or 4 days of.
But that's not $100 per person. That's just for a family.
How many are under the age of 18? You understand? Over the age.
All right, okay. All right, wait a minute. At this part, this is need to go into a planning stage, and this is not the time and place for that. All right, right now at this time, I hope we have not missed anyone in congratulating them on putting this together. Some of us have worked at some weird hours and things like that, so we didn't do as much as we could have. But others have worked extremely hard, and we congratulate them for doing what they have done, and we hope the next one will be more successful. And we'd like to bring up Reverend Birchfield at this time to say something. Hold on.
Can we give a special thanks to Mary King, Eloise, and Lil for the overall effort they made in the preparation of all this food. Yeah, they did a magnificent job of putting together this food. Let's give them all a big hand.
One last, we got one more person. 2 more.
Okay. What I want to say is that I don't know if anything has come over negative, but I'm sure it wasn't meant that way. I never knew I had a family this large, and all I ever knew was that little handful on that poster that my mother held up. I am overwhelmed and overjoyed to know that I have this many people that are a part of my family. And I think that the reunion here has been a great success, and I have enjoyed every minute that I've been here. And like I said, I just love knowing that I have all of y'all. And I also want to say that I hope that when we have it in Baton Rouge, that it is as successful as this one, and as nice as this one.
Yes, thank you. You're only looking at about 50%.
I am her younger sister, and I'd like to say that the same goes for me, and I'd also like to thank Geraldine for loaning her us our house for this weekend. Her house for this weekend. And she has been living, I can tell you, in just about a hellhole with because she got all of those people, just about all those people on that poster living in her house. So, and plenty babies too. So I'd like to give her a special thanks for that. Yeah.
All right, is there anything else?
I'm happy.
And
I'm so glad to see these young people and everything is done so good. But in these days and time, the cost of everything is not cheap. And if we would start, say, 2 years from today, if it depends on the individual's income, if we would them that got a good income could pay $50 each year, we could have everything in one place. And then we could give things and raise money to put into the funds. 2 years, it seems long, but it don't take long for it to pay. But we got to make a start before this year out to start just putting that money away. We don't wait until the last minute.
We just go back to having fun.
Yeah, I believe that.
Let us all say thank God for America and thank God for social security and health.
All right. Well said. I want you to enjoy yourself one last thing. Those of you who have not bought your t-shirts.
Mouth, sitting down, don't want to do nothing but to read to eat.
Go ahead.
And I'm not going to do it all day. I'm going to hurry up and do it and finish and sit down. That's going to be it. I'm going to let Mr. Joe Powell take over and do the rest.
All right.
All right.
What kind of fish we got going
We
here?
got buffalo.
So, is that good fish?
Good fish.
And you a good cook?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
All right.
I'm going to let somebody else be the judge of that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
How about half one out of 9?
What kind of contraption is this we cooking on? What is this? Gas?
Yeah.
It's a gas butane. What?
Cooker.
It's
And what
a
we cook
cook.
fish on, boiled crawfish on, boiled shrimp on.
I see.
Yeah, outside, keep them doing it in the house.
Okay.
And I thought sure we was going to have crawfish for today.
I don't care where you go.
Oh, they come to cameraman.
And that work, don't it? I don't care where you go. You got to know. It's
We
old
got
fella
a
out there.
Taekwondo expert over here.
But
too.
he was good.
He was good. And the other night, when they was playing on the Detroit and the Georgia, I said, if I had Cincinnati here, I could just take him out there and any club would win. He couldn't throw the ball through the goal. He couldn't throw the ball through the goal. Just set him out there, and that was it. I said, I could drop in there with any club. I ain't winning that game. They can't throw it. They can't throw it through the goal.
Right on.
They couldn't shoot through the goal.
Magic Johnson
Detroit,
couldn't do
they couldn't shoot through it. He could shoot through it from one side to the other. He was the longest shooter that I ever seen. I'm talking fighting. I could just drop him out there with any club, and he'd have won that game. Tell him about the fist.
But it's too.
Now you missed that one.
I didn't see that shit.
You didn't see that
That
one.
was in the news. That was in the news.
They didn't show me hitting him back.
No, they showed where you got
They could only show one picture.
You was nailed good.
That joker.
That something gonna hit him, didn't it? He had the fist turn.
I'm saying, I don't know.
You could tell he couldn't hit harder.
And this nigga here want to get out of service, don't go and go find him, nigga.
This nigga here was behind enemy line.
But he wanted to come find that nigga.
I know, and they better be glad he didn't find him. This nigga's from behind enemy lines, boy.
Yeah, you was here the other day. I saw you the other day.
What are
You
you?
set up there trying to win a line? Huh? You set up there trying to win a line with a line?
When y'all get
Yeah, we was talking about when you was working on, what is it? Adams, you like off of Central there.
You was fired up.
Yeah, you talking about Crenshaw.
Yeah, I couldn't shake his ass.
Crazy,
And I couldn't stop him from going in there.
Boy, yeah, boy, sure.
You know how you
Boys, Bud and
Bud, sister.
sisters over there.
when they get in front of you.
Boys.
Bud at home, she was out, she come up to the center yesterday. She can't know she kind of heavy. She can't get around. Yeah, she was on these.
Yeah, he get mad. He don't want nobody to touch it.
The sister around here, something she
You
was.
keep doing that.
He didn't
You
like
getting mad.
You don't sit over there.
He gonna follow you.
Yeah, he
gonna try to run over
Hey,
the
I got 2 feet boys now.
The boy told him, if any way Isaiah had to be hurt, it would have been a much tighter game. Because they can't handle him. They ain't had nobody that could handle him. And I told him, the first thing what I'd have did, I would have took that little Wes Matthews and run him down. If he were hurt, I want to make sure he was hurt.
Matthews gonna
That's what he's gonna foul. You can't get nobody that can guard.
Let Wes dog him.
Yeah, let Wes dog him out there. Why? Because nobody else could do anything with him. Yeah, he's gonna be good. He's fast.
He's gonna be better than Magic Johnson.
But look who they just drafted.
Yeah, they got this cat from Notre Dame.
He's another Magic Johnson.
He just don't have the... See, Magic can play 3 positions. He's about the only man I know of that can play 3 positions.
He can play guard.
He can play guard, center, and power
then he can play
forward.
center.
Anyway.
How you doing, Brother Money?
Hey, how's it going today?
All right, just tell us what you're doing here.
Well, all I'm trying to do is get this chicken to get in the right gear so we can have a nice feast for everyone out here.
Nice feast.
Want them to enjoy what we're doing. So when we have the second one, we'll be ready. So we'll probably try to come up here and borrow this cooker to bring it down to Baton Rouge.
Okay.
That'll be a good idea because now we know how to use this sucker.
Whose idea was it for you to do the cooking?
I give you 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. And it's the dictator and his name is Joe.
What do you think about old Joe? Just say a few candid words about him. Is he a talker more so than a doer, or vice versa?
Joe is both. Doer, talker, the motivator, true pal.
True pal.
True pal.
Is he a sportsman?
Huh?
Is he a sportsman? Like the sporty life?
Nah, he doesn't fall in a sporty life now. That's the other side of the family. He comes from Lewis' side.
I hear.
Now, my Uncle Lewis wasn't a sportsman. He's a conservative of the family.
Okay.
And when you talk about people who like the sport in life, you're talking about my daddy Money. You're talking about my Uncle Walter, the one lives up in Helena, Arkansas. He's about 91. You're talking about Greenaway. That's one that came out of New Orleans, out of Detroit. He was another sport of life. And those guys, like I said yesterday down at the center, they like the sport in life. And the W and the word, W-O-R-K, was not in their vocabulary.
Go ahead, Doc. All right.
I feel Spinks is not a heavyweight.
Not a
He
heavyweight.
should have stayed in his light heavyweight division when he was there. And Tyson just was really too much for him. Spinks had to build up while Tyson was there. And anytime you got a fighter that's got to go up, he got to build himself up to a position that he never been in. I didn't think that he had a chance to beat him, but I thought it would go more than the 1 round that it did go, or not 1 round.
What's your opinion of Spink's problems outside of the ring?
Oh, wow. That's another thing. I don't think he's really been doing his training right. He really, well, you know, he had a death in his family. His wife had died, and I don't think that was a problem with his fighting ability at all. He's a good fighter, but he's out of his division, as far as I was concerned about it.
What is your opinion of the heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson, being bossed by a bossy mom-in-law?
Well, between his wife and his mother, I think that's going to be a problem to him since he retired. Now I don't know what that, exactly what that's going to do. But there's nobody around right now that can touch it as far as any heavyweight. You don't have a heavyweight around.
Correction. There's one entity that can touch him.
Who is that?
That's his wife and his mother-in-law.
Yeah. Say more about that.
That's what I talked about.
Mike Tyson is Superman, and the only problem he got is his mama-in-law and his wife. They're going to bring him down. KO in round 2.
Round 2.
What do you think about bossy women like that?
They're all right as long as I ain't got one. So that's the only way that I would consider them. So
First, now, this young heavyweight that's coming up now, just got out of the Olympics. He said he wants, because they have the same style as Tyson, but
Holyfield can't do it.
Holyfield, he can. He's not qualified yet to fight Tyson first. He hasn't really proven. In fact, you don't really have too many heavyweights around right now. And Tyson can whoop anything out there. If he would take two of them a night, I still believe that he can whoop any of the heavyweights that's out there now.
Another bar just like you be in the Old West. And this guy accidentally knocked my drink over. I went back and I gave him a backhand, then I fell out. He smiled at me.
Yeah.
And I did a backstroke. I cried, I begged, I pleaded, and I cried and pleaded so hard, he didn't hit me, because I knew I was dead. That joker had a 6th degree, he was 6th degree Dane. Yeah. So I decided, sometimes being a coward is worth it.
Yes, it is.
See?
People that don't want to run from nothing, but get out of the way. It's better to say, y'all ain't going to say you're late.
But your brother one time, he didn't do that.
No.
I was about 14, 15 years old. Yeah, I see him walking down the street one morning with a great big old black eye. Some joker knocked him out.
Yeah.
The guy said he was cheating him on cars. So.
Well, I don't know. I prayed him many times for my brother. My brother was the slickest cat you ever witnessed in your life. And I just figured he never would die with his shoes on.
Well, he did.
I didn't figure. But he made it.
And he was 83.
I tell him at Waterproof, they gamblers, they're trying to learn how to gamble. But I said, this boy come in here and he break all your
Well, that's all. Come here.
Cards,
Come here.
all kind of
Come here.
dice. He made them. He showed me how he make them. And all that kind of stuff. Miss outs. If you got a point, he bet you heavy. When you throw that card dice out there on you, you're going to save him out right away. There's nothing on him but 7. He could switch them just like that.
Old man done it.
And he kept cards when he go out.
He threw out 3 dice.
He wouldn't go out there. He threw out 3 dice there. I said, well, I'll be. If I have ever kind of deck the brand, he ain't going to put out nothing but what you got. The brand you got. And he'd have them in his clothes. And if he get in a catch game, he gonna switch them cards showing the world. I look for him to get killed any day.
They didn't get him.
But he didn't get him. And he lived to get 92 years old. He'd break anybody on
Which one was that?
Yeah. Shoot up there, you through. Your dad was something else. He left for home all there 19 and 17 and went to Vicksburg.
Who stole that car?
Wait 2 years.
Did they steal that car?
Huh? No.
Well, where did they get that car from? I want to know that. Now, somebody told me that y'all said the Powells were the first blacks around here to have own a car, and Daddy had his hand in it somewhere. Now I want to know where it came.
You want to know where the car comes from?
See, I used to ask. I said, Daddy, do you have any other kids? And he'll laugh. I said, Daddy, is there anything I need to know? He'll laugh. Oh boy.
But he left a fine horse in a road cart, had rubber tires. And this horse was a fine horse, black horse. But that horse had tricks. If he didn't want to go in that buggy, he ain't gonna pull. But if he want to go, he's fine. Big blades and 3 stocking feet. That is a fine horse. And Lord, we used to have a lot of fun. My daddy wouldn't let us whoop him. He'd give him to my daddy when he left home war. Give his buggy and his horse to my daddy because he's going to Vicksburg, 1917. And he worked 2 years up there. The lumber company there down on the river.
That was, let me see, 17. That meant he was 21.
Yeah.
Because he was born in 1896.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. But he didn't work much up there. He tried to Matfield.
Worked 2 years down there on the river and then come to my house. Now, he didn't make a change. He'd come tell my mama. He was saying that. He said, told her at the table, we eating. Said, well, I ain't gonna wait. I'm gonna quit waiting. Said, well, what you gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna just hustle. Hustle. Mama told him, now, my mother was a funny woman. She didn't tell you what you liked. She just said, now, son, you better keep a place to stay, and I'm not not coming up there crying around the jailhouse that you done stole something. Say, I'm not coming up there crying around the jailhouse. She told him. Say, if you're going to do it, you got better be a good. She told him right to his face, right to the table. And so sure enough, he kept a place to stay. And he turned out to be the, so I'm told, and I did go to Vicksburg quite a bit in Mississippi. He was the best dressed Negro in the state of Mississippi. He was. The best dressed Negro in the state of Mississippi. Now, he didn't get no further than the first grade in school, but he was smart and he could hold. He'd come down there. Now, what I liked about him, you know we was living under slavery. When he come there, he want a towel overhaul and put them on, go on out there and go to chopping cotton or picking cotton. The boss, white folks is like that. And then when he get ready to go back to Vicksburg, he'd go by and ask him, you know, I'm short a little money. I need $5 or $6 to get back to me. I got money in his pocket. The boss said, oh, you work so good. He give it to him. Yeah, that's the start. He knows how to play slavery. Some people that want to boast it, but you can't boast it. Yeah. No. It's okay with him. Yeah. No, and that's the way he comes in this country. He come down there, when he's picking cotton, he gonna pick cotton with us. And when he never did forsake his mother and father. And then he'd bring my father half a dozen shirts. He didn't bring the shirts he wore. He'd bring brand new. He'd bring my mother a bolt of cloth or something like that, new. He never did bring him, give him none of his clothes. He'd just have a brand new shirts.
How old was Papa Joe when he died?
Huh?
What year did he die?
Who?
Your dad.
In 47.
Right.
He was 97 years old when he died.
All right. Now that falls in line with what I've been lining up. Yeah. He was born around late 1840.
Yeah.
All right. Down there by Baton Rouge?
Down there at New Orleans. New Orleans. And they put him out there. He had smallpox. Yeah. And at that time, they hauled him out on a hack wagon, put him in an old house. And no doctor, nothing. Him and another old fellow on a hack wagon. He often told me, and I'd cry about it. And he didn't have no doctor, nothing. And the fellow, his bed buddy, died. Right. Stayed in the bed with him 3 days, stinking. And the old caretaker, when he come there, he just looked in the door. And he hauled away and found out he was dead. He just pulled the sheet and all off the bed with him and dug the grave right at the back door, little old country house, and rolled him off there and then covered him up. My daddy often told us that. And then they didn't lie him in New Orleans, wasn't gonna lie him in New Orleans in 6 months after the smallpox. It wasn't no cure for it. They didn't lie you that. He had to take a bath and the old man caretaker come there and shaved all his hair off his head. And shaved him, and he had to take a bath and a quick there. And they didn't lie him in New Orleans no more, and that's how he went down to the boat and caught a ride, hoped them load freight, and come to Lie Jones. He didn't know where he was going. And then he decided to get off up there. He didn't know about Lie Jones. Walked up on the levee, he said, and looked across the plantation, and went across, come there to Monona, and went there to the hospital and asked him, he said he wanted to work. And he said, wait till the boss come in, the riding boss coming in out to he'll see what he can do for you. And he got hired there, and he never moved off that place. He never had a mind to leave there. Stayed in that one house, and the house was a single house, and they built it a bigger house.
And where the Indians come into the family?
Huh? My mother was missing.
Right. Now, you know, I look at everybody. When you look at this family, you can see them